We're at Cheap Thrills right now, which is one of the first record shops that I came to, probably around 20 to 25 years ago. It used to be pretty much the place to come to if you wanted to find avant-garde music or noise or electronic. The only place we could actually, find about music was reading through books, let's say krautrock. That's one thing that happened to us, like trying to find out about krautrock. So we'd, read the Wire magazine and then get a book on krautrock, and then we'd come here and asking about all these bands that we've only read about, or bands on PSF, like Japanese noise music that we only read about, and that they somehow could import. They'd call you and say your record arrived, and then you'd come and and have this little treasure that you'd go home and discover, and sometimes it didn't sound at all like what you'd think, or or it was great. But I actually miss those times of having to search for your music, and nowadays it's so easily available that I find it's, I guess, maybe a little bit less precious. I don't know. Here's the avant-garde session, I guess, in the metal and punk hardcore. It's usually where I kind of stay. You have your, usual Penderecki and Charlie Eve and Stockhausen, and then you have the 20th century one, which is always nice because that's usually where you'll find the nicer stuff that you don't know about. I guess like this anthology of Canadian music, but I don't know this one. But apparently it's very sought after, but there's no electronic on it, so I'm not gonna bother with it. Or I guess this one that I'm probably gonna get, old Robert Ashley, John Cage, Martin Feldman, Alvin Lucier. I don't know Toshi Ishiyanagi. No. This record you'll find everywhere in Montreal, everywhere. You cannot go to a record store and not see this record. I think in the States it's rare, but in Montreal, people use it as a coaster. Is that how you say it? You see it everywhere. This one is $10, so I guess it's in a good shape. But yeah, it is good. It's this opera rock that Pierre-Henri did with Michel Colombier, and it actually resembles the opening credits to Futurama. It's kind of, that's pretty much what it is. But there's, a lot more music in here, and it's all electroacoustic with the rock approach. But for some reason, we ended up having a lot of copies in Quebec, probably because French, being a French province, and it was a hit in France. So, yeah. Elron, featuring Keith Fullerton Whitman. I've never heard it. I think we should put it on because apparently it's math rock, but I'll buy it. It's now 25% off. I think it's been here since, I guess, probably 97, right?
See, lightning bolts.
It's pretty funny because I'm sure I've seen the record just flipping through the bins, but just who would have thought, who knew? We're back in the experimental section, because the one I visit more often nowadays. But they do have a really great section of punk, metal, alternative, whatever that is. When I came in, I saw there was the tag for Pierre-Henri, and then I went to see right away, because we had that discussion on Pierre-Henri and the musique Messe pour le temps présent record. And I was saying you can find it everywhere. And there's 2 copies here. And you can see that the prices are different than at Cheap Thrills. This one's $20, so $10 more, $25. So I'm assuming it must be an older copy. But all that to say that you can find it everywhere in Montreal. Plastic Cow Goes Moog. I don't know it, but it sounds great. But the nice thing about here as well is that you can usually find, I don't know how to do it now to prove it, but very old records of 60s and 70s avant-garde music. Oh, and here you go. Well, we're finding at least an oldie one. Morton Subotnick, good price, $20. Wild Bull, I guess his second record. Great record. So if you spend enough time here, you'll definitely find nice treasures. I really like Phonopolis. I used to work here for a little while. I like the fact that it's small, somewhat chaotic. There's records, on the floor and in the bins and, a little bit everywhere. There's the $5 CD rack there that you can actually find really nice little treasures in there, even from like black metal or to like old electroacoustic CDs that people forgot. You can find a good selection of everything. As always, I'll focus on avant-garde and electronic music. Oh, Steve Hochschild. There's even like nice old French stuff, Zach Hayes. Just I guess we're like, more rock and pop and everything section. And sometimes you'll even find more electronic or avant-garde stuff. Like here we have some more Pan. And there you go. Find it at every record store. Cheapest one we found yet, $7. Guaranteed. Surface mark, and but guaranteed. So there you go. So I think we saw it from $7 to $35.